Greetings to all fellow seniors and cultivators.
Have you ever had that feeling, maybe in a really quiet moment, that you're just spiritually a little adrift? It's like this gentle pull, this feeling that you're supposed to be somewhere else, a home you remember deep in your soul but can't quite put your finger on. It's a longing we all feel. So the big question is, how do we actually find our way back? So in this explainer, we're actually going to walk that path together. Think of this as our roadmap. We'll start with the path itself, this path to return home. Then, we'll get into the three incredible divine gifts, the Holy Gate, the Holy Mantra, and the Holy Mudra. But here's the thing, it doesn't stop there. We're going to talk about the key that unlocks it all, the heavenly mandate, and finally, what makes it all real, the unbroken golden thread.
Okay, so you know how for any big journey you need the right gear, the right tools? Well, for this journey, which is really the most important one of all, we're not sent out empty-handed. We're given these three divine gifts, these three sacred treasures that are basically our map, our key, and our seal.
Now this is so important to get. These are not just some neat ideas or meditation tricks you can find online. No way. These are profound, living gifts, and they're given to us to guide us, to protect us, and to center us as we make our way back to who we truly are.
So our first gift, this is the Holy Gate. The best way to think about it is that it's both the destination on our inner map and the actual front door to our soul's true home. It's where the journey back begins.
So what is it? The Holy Gate is our spiritual center. It's that sacred, quiet, peaceful home that exists inside every single one of us. It's the place where our true self lives, totally undisturbed by all the chaos outside. This is the home we're trying to get back to.
So how do we actually use this incredible gift? Well, the practice is to focus your mind at this spiritual center. And look, your thoughts are going to wander, right? That's what minds do. The idea is to just gently, without judgment, guide them back to the Holy Gate. It's exactly like coming home after a long, crazy day. The second you put that key in the door and step inside, all the noise from the outside world just starts to fade away. That's the feeling. That is returning to the Holy Gate.
And that right there is the key takeaway. The Holy Gate isn't something you need to build or go find somewhere. It's already there. It's your personal, always-on sanctuary. A gateway you can step through anytime you want to get away from the noise and find some real peace. All right, let's get to the second gift. So, if the Holy Gate is the front door to our inner home, then the Holy Mantra, that's the sacred password. It's what lets us open a connection to something much, much bigger than ourselves and align our spirit with the divine. Now, let's be super clear. This is not about chanting some words out loud. Not at all. The Holy Mantra is more like a vibrational key. It's a silent, internal frequency that resonates perfectly with the energy of heaven, allowing us to just tune in. And the way we use it is by reciting it silently, in our hearts. And what this does is it calms all that turbulence in our mind. The best analogy is tuning an old radio. As you silently repeat the mantra, your own personal frequency starts to match the divine one, and suddenly you've got this crystal clear channel for heavenly energy to just flow right in. So you see, the Holy Mantra is way more than just a focus tool. It's our personal password. It establishes a direct, sacred hotline to the divine. It's a way to call on that heavenly grace and find true spiritual harmony.
And now for our third and final gift, the Holy Mudra. This amazing treasure is like our spiritual seal. It's a physical way for us to protect and hold on to the purity and sincerity of our heart.
So, the Holy Mudra is a specific hand gesture. It's a physical posture that actually symbolizes our original, untainted, pure nature. Holding it is a powerful way to embody and remember that innocent, childlike heart that is really our true essence.
Spiritually, when you hold this gesture, it helps you feel humble and receptive. It acts like a constant physical anchor, reminding you what this is all about, getting back to that original state of purity. It's like a seal that protects your inner home and brings this really profound sense of peace and safety.
So think about it this way. The Holy Gate is the door. The Holy Mantra is the password to get in. And the Holy Mudra, that's the sacred seal that locks it all in, protecting our connection and keeping our heart pure. See how they all work together? Okay, so we have these three incredible gifts, right? The gate, the mantra, the mudra. But just knowing they exist, well, that's not enough. What gives them their real spiritual power? This is where we get to the most crucial part of this whole thing, the key that turns them on.
I mean, you can read about a holy gate, you can try to invent a mantra, you can put your hands in some kind of gesture, but without a divine activation, they're just dormant. They don't have that spark. Their incredible spiritual power is unlocked by something called the heavenly mandate.
Okay, this is the perfect way to understand this. Think about a bank check. Let's say you write a check to yourself for $1 million. It looks like a check, right? It's a piece of paper with numbers on it. But what happens when you take it to the bank? Nothing. It's worthless. Why? Because it's missing the single most important thing, the authorized signature from the bank.
The heavenly mandate is that divine signature. It is the spiritual authority that makes the three treasures real, that activates them. And this authority can only be passed on by a true enlightened teacher. Without that direct transmission, trying to use the treasures on your own is literally like writing that check to yourself. It's just an empty form that has no value. It cannot be cashed in heaven.
So that leads to the next logical question, right? If the heavenly mandate is the signature, how exactly is it delivered? Well, it flows through a living, breathing spiritual lineage, an unbroken connection to heaven that we call the golden thread.
This slide just lays it out so perfectly. Trying to learn this from a book or the internet, that's just an intellectual copy. It's the check you wrote yourself, an empty form. But receiving the transmission from a true teacher who is part of this golden thread, oh, that is something else entirely. That's a living connection, a divine activation. It's like being handed a check that has already been signed, sealed, and guaranteed by heaven itself.
So you see, it's this complete, beautiful system. The three treasures are the gifts you need for the journey. The heavenly mandate is the key that makes them work, and the golden thread is the living connection that delivers that key to you. So, knowing all this, how does that change the way you look at your own spiritual journey home? Just let that sink in for a moment. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Gratitude for the grace of heaven and the virtues of the teachers. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.